What's up, guys? It's Christian with Roguish, and today we are here with a Smite build for the Morrigan, who is a newer kind of character that was released to the game. This build, we're gonna jump right into it, is a straight cooldown build. Now, I want to let you know that no, I'm not a Smite expert. I don't have a PhD in Smiteology. However, I think this build works pretty well for my character, the Morrigan, and in my experience, it's gone pretty nicely. So let's just jump on into it. Now, the first thing I would advise building or getting yourself to would be the Void Stone. This gives you magical power, some protection, and it has a nice aura that says enemy gods within 55 units have their magical protection reduced. So it's kind of like more penetration. Next I'd go for Chronos Pendant. This has 20% cooldown reduction, which is half of the max a character can have in this game. So it's really great with cooldown. It gives you some power, MP5. The passive is fantastic. Every 10 seconds, the pendant reduces 1 second on your cooldowns. The next one I would go, well, your ability cooldowns, not relics. The next one I would go with is the Spear of Desolation. They nerfed this item. It used to be if you receive a kill or assist on an enemy god, your cooldowns are reduced by 8 seconds, but now it's 1. But it's still really useful, and they did give it now a cooldown reduction percentage. As well as you just have magical power. Yeah, it used to be 120, but 80 is still pretty good. And then magic penetration. Yeah, so right now, those are their 3 items. The next one is Relic Dagger. This is good because it gives you some health, some cooldown, attack speed, movement speed. That's just kind of nice to have all around. But its passive is also really good. Your relics receive some more cooldown. Next, I'd go with the Boots of the Magi, or Shoes of the Magi, or Slippers of the Magi. Sandals of the Magi, 45% power, magical penetration, movement speed, just kind of more penetration, but we really go with this because of the movement speed. Boots are always good. You don't want to run into battlefields barefoot. You can step on something. And then the last one is the Rod of Tahuti, which gives you mostly just power. You're gonna need some power. So this is your build. Lots of cooldown. Obviously your cooldown is maxed out, 40% out of 40% for a character. However, some of these passives kind of actually make it seem like it's more along the lines of 50%. The relics that you're gonna go with, the Blink, and then the Bracer of Undoing. Now the Bracer of Undoing is a newer item, but this subtracts 3 seconds from abilities on cooldown, and it can restore health and mana. I go with Blink just because I like having the Morrigan teleporting. She is a mage, but she acts a lot more like an assassin when you play as her, and teleportation can get her in and out of combat really quickly, which is good. Especially for chasing down enemies, which I kind of feel like she does that really good in comparison to other gods. As for items, consumables, get yourself some chalices to begin with. But once you reach that barrier where you're level 20 and you can spend mana and never really run out, you can sell your chalices or get rid of them and get the Flickering Ritual and where is it? Just some power. We're gonna pretend like you're at your max level, and healing potions and that stuff. You don't need it. You don't need it right now. So you get your potion of might, I think, magical might. My bad. Forgot the magical there, and then the Flickering Ritual. The Flickering Ritual is a newer thing also. This allows you to teleport, and it can be used in combat, which is also really good for getting the Morrigan out of combat situations. Now we've got our build, so with these items, let's see how it goes. Now your 1, we're just going to use that. Its original cooldown should be 12 seconds, but now it's reduced to like a solid 7. It goes to 6 pretty quickly. And you can use it again. Our 2 originally has 7 seconds of cooldown once you max it out, and it goes down to 4 with all this cooldown. You can use it. You can use it pretty quickly. Another thing is that it doesn't work in this place because it's like a jungle training area, but the Chronos Pendant's passive is non-activated right now, and if I use that, the Chronos Pendant has a chance to make it basically go from 4 seconds to like 2. And that's the same with all these abilities. Your stealth, it usually has a cooldown of 15 seconds, but it starts at 8 now. And you're invisible for 8 seconds. So basically, right when you use it and get out of stealth, you can use it again. I think it's really neat that this ability goes on cooldown while you're stealth. So you can use it a lot. With the Chronos Pendant again, I was just playing a match earlier, and I was basically able to completely be stealth the whole time. I mean, you gotta obviously cast it, but you know that takes less than a second. Anyway, but the third one, I don't remember if I said it. The third one's cooldown is originally 15 seconds, so it goes down to 8. That's pretty good. And then your 4th cooldown, your ultimate, which is kind of why I built this build, is because her ultimate is so great because it can really kick ass. She can basically be any god. That's her ultimate, and it can be extremely useful in situations. You know, her ultimate. You transform. You do your abilities. You do your whatever. Good time, and then when it's on cooldown, its original cooldown is 80 seconds, and it goes down to 50. More like 49. But that's pretty good, and it flies by, especially when you're traveling and stuff like that. And then you can activate your potion of magical might for additional 10% cooldown. I don't think it really works though if you got it maxed out, but you still like that good old power. And then yeah, that's that. Now there are some wombo combos that you can throw into the mix here. Like for example, I've got this relic that subtracts 3 seconds from abilities on cooldown. You could lead with your 1, follow up with the 2, use your relic, follow up with the 2, follow up with a 1. It goes by. You can like use those abilities super fast. The cooldown is great. Also, I guess my ultimate is already finished. I don't remember it, being finished. So you use your abilities. Now with the rod, if you get kills, you also get reduced cooldowns. As you can see, my 2 went from 4 to I think 2 again. So yeah, pretty good cooldown. The teleporting is also just really fun for getting in and out of combat. You can get places far. This rod's still gonna follow me. So anything else? Am I forgetting something? As for ability builder, you're going to start with your Dark Omen because that's your wave clearer. That's really good for minions and jungle creatures. Go to Deadly Aspects, then Confusion, and Dark Omen again, and then get your alt. That's just kind of getting you everything, and from there on, you focus your Dark Omen when you can, and when you can't, do Deadly Aspects, and every time you get the chance, build your ultimate. Just keep going, and then eventually Confusion should be the last one you focus. Yeah, that should be about it. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. I know you guys hear that all the time, but you might like it. We do some stuff. And I guess I'll see you guys later. Try it out.